Today we are going to discuss about queue. So normally queue is like first in first out it follows. There is also priority queue. We are going to discuss it. But yeah, first queue is first in first out. At the rear you will add the element, and at the front you will remove the element. There are different methods in the queue it's involved. Basically these are like add, offer, remove, as well as peak element. So add, offer are similar, which is best for addition. Remove and pole is for the removing stuff, and element and peak are for getting the element. So when you add, it adds at the, as we know, at the front, sorry, at the rear, and this basic difference between add and offer is, here you get in offer you do get false if it when while insertion if this failed, but in the add you will get some exception like when it's failed to add. In the pull and remove, uh, in pull and remove you will remove the element from the head, and so the basic difference is, in remove you will get a null, but in pull you'll get returns, it will get null, but here in remove you'll get exception and returns exception if you cannot remove it. And peak an element also, like peak you will get null if it is empty, but in element you will get no such element exception. Okay, what is priority queue? Like this is not, that's something limited to queue. In priority queue, you have like based on priority. It's not about first in first out approach, first in last out, first in first out approach. So priority queue will have like a min heap and max heap. For min heap it is natural sorting order. When you write this, like minimum priority queue is priority queue, and if you give this by default it uses min heap, and you'll get the output as ascending order. You can see here 1 2 5 8 of when you poll this values when remove. And max priority queue uses, you should use comparator. Normally we'll discuss the comparator, but comparator, and you see here comparator, normally you whenever you want to call comparator using lambda, you should call two elements, and for sorting in descending order, that is. So max heap is, max priority queue is, it's uses max, it's a basically max heap, and all the elements are in descending order, it's arranged. Here you will see integer of a, b minus a. If it is a minus b, ascending order, b minus c means descending order. But we'll see the comparators was comparable in the coming. But yeah, now you're see in the max priority you will see order is descending order. And now here you see comparator versus comparable. In comparator you will have two elements, uh, so if you see comparator, it has two elements method except two elements. Here it accepts only one method in comparable. Incomparable, yeah. And it compares with the current object here in the comparable, but in comparator it takes two objects, takes two objects and it compares. So you can see here, if it is internally it uses something like a method returns 1 0 minus. If they are equal, then obviously it will give 0. But if v1 is greater than v2, like object 1 is greater than object 2, then you will get 1. If minus 1, if it is object 1 is greater less than minus 2. So based on that you will do some swapping algorithm, it will be there. So here you see there is an integer array. Now if you pass v1 minus v2, this is the ascending order, like you'll get the values for this example. Now if you do v2 minus value 2 minus value 1, here if you see, then you will get all the descending order, like and since why it will call comparator here, because in the lambda exception you're passing two parameters. And same here, it's not only just passing two parameters. If you can use also, you're passing two parameters, but you can also do object 2 dot type comparator. When you're comparing object attributes, instead of value 2 minus value 1 is for integers, that values. But if it is object their comparison, you have to use compare to method, object compare to method, to compare the types, and that way you can do comparison. And in the same way here also, like object 1 car name compared to object 2, but here also it's basically calling comparator in all the cases. It's just how you call this. And uh, you can see this here also, like when you compare object 1 car name compared to object 2 car name, so it will give you based on this, as based on this you'll get the ascending order. Here you'll get object 2 compared to 1, you'll get descending order P, D, C, descending, petrol, diesel, CNG. Here you'll see ascending order CNG, diesel, petrol, because it is object 1 compared to object 2. And uh, what about this, like here also object 2 compared to object 1, here you are comparing the type, so you'll get PDC again, that's fine. And here instead of just lambda expression, you can also write this comparator, implements comparator, and do object 2 compared to object 1, then it will become descending order if you see petrol, diesel, CNG. Yes, basically it is all that. And also you can use comparator and object 1 compared to object 2, here it is, you see. And for this you'll get ascending order CNG, diesel, petrol. That's all for this.